Alright, what is up guys? Welcome to another video, and today, honestly this part of the video, it's really just going to be, I don't want to call it a rant, but I'm just kind of freeballing this whole section, and it's on a topic that I'm really passionate about, and personally I've had to deal a lot with in my life, and I know lots of people that I know are having to deal with this too, and it's very challenging and it's hard as a person to overcome this and learn how to work with this, and this is getting rid of the negativity in your lives. And everybody, everywhere, there's always something in their lives that is kind of negative, whether that's their own attitude or whether that's outside factors. I know lots of us, it comes from ourselves. I know I'm not really that negative on myself anymore, but I used to be just filled with negativity. I'd always be doubting myself and telling myself I can't do something. And I think just right off the bat, we have to address that you have to learn how to work and love yourself, because ultimately if you can't love yourself and appreciate who you are and believe in yourself, you're really gonna go nowhere. And it doesn't matter what you're trying to do or go do, because if you're trying to work harder in the gym, you're not gonna work harder if you're telling yourself you're gonna give up. You're not gonna get bigger if you can't tell yourself you're gonna get stronger, get bigger, eat right. You're not gonna hit that PR on the squat or the bench press if you don't believe in yourself. And that all just stems from negativity and not having the confidence within us. And I think more importantly, what's really kind of driving my passion and motives behind this video is growing up is a part of life, and we all have to go grow up at some point in life. And I think part of growing up is learning to eliminate the things that are holding you back in life. And not to say that there's things that are point and blank holding you back, but more specifically, there's people that have been in my life, and there's people that have been in other people's lives that I know, and they have a very negative outlook on life. And because of that, lots of that stems from their own insecurities. And people who have negative personalities, they see somebody who works their ass off every day, and because they're looking at this person who works their ass off and is confident in themselves, they feel insecure. And I can't really say exactly where other people's insecurities stem from, because I'm not those other people. But I know just personally from my own self, and when insecurities arise within me, it's always because I'm not happy with myself. Or if someone else is insecure about something, it's because they're not happy about themselves. And lots of times people just become jealous. And I think when people are jealous, they fail to acknowledge the fact that people are working their ass off for something that they are proud of, they are passionate about, and they're gonna strive for on a daily basis. And they see these people working so hard, but these insecure people, they're gonna do nothing but try and pull you down. And they can do that in many forms. You know, people can give you shit for, I just know personally, I would always get shit when I first started posting all my stuff on social media. I'd always get shit for that. People would always think I was just a joke, and they would think this guy doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know what he's talking about. And yeah, not that I'm perfect with everything. Yeah, there's things I can improve upon and maybe restate a few things, but the things that people were saying did need to be said. And not that I'm mad at those people, I could care less if they say those things, because ultimately I'm gonna do what I love to do. This is what I love to do, and I'm gonna keep going regardless of how much shit that I get. But the point that I'm getting at with here is that I get a whole lot of shit. I still get a whole lot of shit. I've gotten so much shit in the past too, and it's learning to put that negativity aside, because I could easily sit there and let those people run my life. But honestly, that is a terrifying thing, to let people's opinions, a thought that comes up in someone else's head, let that little thought and action run your life. That is pathetic. And you need to learn to block that out and appreciate the people who do take the time to believe in you, who do take the time to understand what you're doing, and accept that maybe I don't really do the same thing for myself, but I can at least understand what you're doing, and I have great respect for that. So yeah, there's a lot of people that have been in my life that it's been hard, because you may think you're close to people, and just because you may think you're close to people, even the closest people in your lives can be people who ultimately doubt you, and they can be people who hold you back because they don't want to see you succeed, because they're too insecure about themselves, and they feel that if you succeed, it's just gonna make themselves feel bad. So they can pull you down, they can make you feel like a piece of shit. And I don't want to get in my personal life with anything, or anything specific in my personal life at least, but let's just say to this day, I still have a very hard time trusting people. And just because no matter how much belief I have in myself for something, it never fails to surprise me how some of the closest people in my life can be ultimately just insecure and be doubters, and they can just be haters, and they can try and pull you down because they're insecure. Even family members have been like this in my life, and not everybody is like this, but it's hard because you need to be aware that people who you may consider yourself close to, lots of times those people, do they really believe in you, or are they just there to put on a show and pretend like they're there? And ultimately, in the end, the people who do believe in you, they're going to be there for you in your hardest times, and you're going to be there for them in their hardest times. They're going to be with you in your greatest times, and they're going to be with you in the normal times. Because it's easy to be there for people when they are down and they're needing some help, some love, some advice. That's the easy part. The hard part is supporting people and being there for people who are doing great in life and maybe are farther ahead than you or doing better than you. An example of this would say I'm an amateur bodybuilder, which I am. I'm not amazing or way up there by any means. I don't even have that incredible of a physique. But say I was best friends with a professional bodybuilder, and when that professional bodybuilder, say that person is having a really down time, it's easy for me to be there for him, offer some advice, or just show some support. But when that person, say that person gets first place in a competition and I got last place, that's hard to be there for that person because you know that person is way better than you. But even so, if you are happy with yourself and you really care about that person, you're gonna be just as happy for them, if not happy for them, that they did so good. And that's just the overall point, is you can't let what other people are doing affect how you think about yourself. And if you are gonna be a true friend to someone, you need to be someone who is gonna support them through thick and thin and not worry about what they think. Because negative people attract negative peers, positive people attract positive peers, and ultimately what you are is who you're gonna attract. And I think through just experience and part of growing up, is you learn that over time, as you start to become a better, more mature, stronger person, you start to realize that some of the people in your life are ultimately just, they don't align with that, and they realize that they are very insecure with themselves, and because they're so insecure, they pull you back. I think I said this before, I'm kind of going off, but it's a very passionate topic that I'm talking about right now, and if this makes no sense at all, that's okay. But if you are someone who is maybe kind of in my same shoes, or if you're someone at all who is believing in something and they want something better for themselves, and you are working day and night to get better at it, you can relate to me here, because I 100% guarantee you that you have been in the same spot with me, that there's going to be people who think you're a joke, or think you are, or just laugh at you and not believe in you. Or they'll talk behind your back even, that's a big thing. And so just learning to grow up is, don't be afraid to let the negativity go, because negativity is gonna hold you back. And if you let negativity sit and fester in your life, it's gonna catch up with you, and you're gonna become a negative person too, because we are who we hang around. And if we are negative, we're gonna attract negative people. And if we're positive, that just is even more important, that we surround ourselves with positive people who are going to believe in us and have the same killer's-like mentality and wants the best for their own self, but also the best for the entire group. And that's the cool thing about it, because once you surround yourself with positive people, which honestly I'm still working to surround myself with, because it's rare to find a bunch of positive people, but I promise you they're out there. And once you get that group of people, you learn how to work together, and you learn everyone kind of uplifts each other, and it's a cool thing. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me on this little kind of tangent, whatever you want to call it. I hope that made some sense at all. But yeah, I think, so after this, I don't know if I'm gonna play it before or right now. So this is either gonna be the start of the video or the end. So if it's the end, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. But if it's not, I'll probably overlay a cool workout edit. So if it's still going on, enjoy the workout. But if not, I will see you guys later. So peace.